Hello, this is Running Robert, and today we're going to be talking about the Checkpoint Therapeutics CKPT approval summary. Today is the 15th of December, 2024, and this is a not normal time for a video because it is Sunday, but we got news late Friday night about approval, which was super awesome. I had stopped checking on it at that point. And so what we're going to do in this summary is kind of talk about all the things that could happen so that we can make the best investment decisions. So I generally follow small cap pharma. I do games. I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And thank you. Disclaimer is I bought shares around 210, which is shortly following my video on the 9th of September, 2024. So if you bought at that time, congratulations. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by your own due diligence. And the information given is valid for today, the 15th of December, and the slideshow will not be updated, but we will have a follow-up slideshow before the end of the year about what happens. So again, what happened? They announced FDA approval late Friday night, which is a little bit strange. And we're going to talk about what that Friday night release could mean. The marketing was strong because they pretty much were very good with having the first PD-L1 blocking antibody to receive FDA marketing approval. That was great. There was no indication on what line it is. So obviously, cancer drugs, you have first line, second line, third line treatment. I did not see anything in the indication, so we're going to assume that it is a first line indication and kind of go from there. And so what next? So what we're going to do is list from the best to the worst situations that could occur on Monday and the rest of the week. So let's go ahead. Hello, buyout. So this is obviously the best news we could get on Monday morning. So Checkpoint announces a buyout on Monday. We sell for whatever the buyout price is. We call it a day. We don't have anything else to worry about. This could be one of the reasons why they disclosed the news on a Friday night. They have 3 days when the FDA gives them the information, 3 business days. So if you're getting it late on a Friday, there's no reason to disclose it on a Friday night. It's a little strange. Mostly you pretty much put out PRs on Friday night if they're bad, so you can kind of cover over the situation. But they did good news on a Friday. We'll see what happens. So again, this is the easiest situation to handle. There's no games with the stock price. They say, hey, we're going to have a buyout at 5 or 6, and the stock goes close to those amounts. You take your profit, you run, you call it a day. Done. All right, so the company announces, second best is the company announces a partner with the upfront payment, and everyone is happy. So another licensing deal would be nice. Again, a reason why they could have disclosed on a Friday. Of course, then at that point, the stock price will rise a lot more because there's less chance of a dilution. And this is more where it kind of gets slightly complicated and not for maximizing what we could get. Because, again, would you just take the money? Or if they get a good partner, it could definitely increase the company value over the next few years. So you're making even more later, or you're having more now. So again, it's great because we still make a lot of money, but then there's a little bit more of a decision process behind it. So, for me, I like the simple path. That's how we're going to go with it. Okay, so approval, but dilution afterwards. So the stock goes up to 5 or 6. However, that is followed by dilution on a Monday night. This is definitely a possibility since the company only has money until first quarter of 2025. The company does not have a marketing team at the moment. They do, on their website, have a plan of how they would do it. So, yes, they have the backbone for it, but it would cost a lot of money to get all this team in place. So with no news, I definitely would be a seller on Monday. However, I would buy puts options in anticipation of the dilution. So we go up to 5 or 6, I sell, and then I look at the options for the puts at 5. And we have the 20th is when option dates are, so that is really nice. Of course, if they do not make sense, I am not going to buy them. So if, the $5 puts are $1, probably not going to buy them because most likely I'm not going to make that much money off that. So after that, we sell those afterwards if we bought them, and then we may or may not buy back in, just kind of how I'm feeling. Haven't quite figured that out yet. Again, this is why this is not the best situation, but at the same point, like, hey, if we can make some good money at the beginning, and hey, if those options don't make sense for the week, then we can just avoid them and then just keep what we've made. Okay, so approval, but no bump. So there's no other news on Monday. The stock doesn't rise as much as we would hope. I assume, again, a dilution would follow. So same as the previous slide. And so really we sell on Monday, but the real worst case scenario here is you sell on Monday and they announce a deal later in the week or the year. That is kind of where the sticking point is. And that's where it could get a lot of people because you just don't know. And, there could be, they've already could have signed the lines and ready to release it on Monday saying, hey, we got approval, let's go. Or there could be nothing. But there's something in the works. So again, we're not quite sure. We're going to have to wait for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all next week to figure this out. So the summary is if you bought the same time as me and you bought stocks in the twos, you're going to make money regardless. So again, I like to maximize value. So I like the easiest options, of course. If you bought my later videos, you're probably still going to make something, but it's not going to be a huge amount. But that, again, is the worst case scenario that occurs, that it does not go to like 5 or 6 or even higher than that. It is definitely funny that the company released news on a Friday night, so it might mean more is in play. Again, most of the time you release bad news on a Friday night. You don't release good news on a Friday night. So yeah, there might be a reason behind it. And I'm hoping for a simple play where we all make some money, and then I will have a follow-up video sometime later this year based on the news to kind of go over what happened and then kind of a path forward. So hopefully it'll be a very good video. And so, yeah. So hopefully this helped you get ready for Monday. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.